I was not fired from the Honest Bunch. I was never fired from the Honest Bunch.
Nedu Wazobia says he wasn't fired from the Honest Bunch podcast days after the comedian d1 and verydarkman controversies. Nedu of Wazobia FM of the Honest Bunch podcast has finally come out to say he wasn't fired from the show. That is just on the podcast was to play a devil's advocate, as he says in a recent interview, to clear what people are saying online about him being fired from the show, but he left the show voluntarily to bring peace to his life after many issues have surfaced online regarding the issues between him and d1and, as d1and says he didn't quit but he was sacked from the show.
I am not one to... A lot of things has been going on left, right and center, but I'm going to say this. I am not one to indulge in petty exchanges of words. That's not who I am. It has never been my style, and it will never be my style to drag words with people on social media. I'm not going to do that. Let me now straighten out something. I was not fired from the Honest Bunch. I was never fired from the Honest Bunch. I decided to step away when the attacks became very personal, so that the show can go on and stand and, succeed even without me being there. So I was not fired. Beyond being the host of the Honest Bunch, I mean, years ago, me and the people at Village, we sat down, came up with this idea. Honest Bunch. Hence the show and how we drive it to have gotten to the point where it is arguably the big. But anyway, even on the show, if you are a TV host or a radio host, you have to understand that sometimes people play devil's advocate. That is my job on the show, to play devil's advocate. Husband Material has his own job, is in the tone, they all have their job. My job is to ask the hard questions. That is my job. And it's also my job to make statements that most of you really think, but you can't say it. That is my job. And if for nothing, it has encouraged conversation, hard conversations that people don't want to have. And having said all this, all I'm going to say that it is very, very sad. Anyway, let's just leave that. This is all I want to say about the Honest Bunch. Why this press briefing is based on the criminal something that was online. But I'm going to hand it over to Sarah here, that is the head of the management, to handle that one.
Good morning, everyone.